Aaron Vons was down just short, just a hair short of the goal line. 2nd and goal for the Mounties.
So it was actually Tony Gates there, the first carry for him in the game. So he jumps out for a substitution, but he was just short of the end zone. 2nd
and goal. I set. Allo will leap over the goal line. A penalty marker did fly in. CCSF got the football. Justin Allo fumbled it, and CCSF is going to take this one back across midfield to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown Rams. I'm not sure what that penalty marker was for, but as of right now, it's a 101-yard return for Tavita Faiua for a score. But there is a penalty marker down to the near side. And it looked like Justin Allo was across the goal line into the end zone for a touchdown before that ball came loose.
Well, I didn't hear any. The big thing is I didn't hear any whistles for a play that went dead. And there was a flag also. So we're trying to see here as there's an injured player down on the field for the Rams. But like you said, Chris, there is a flag on the field. Kind of the whole pile just didn't really move after
we've seen a lot of crazy things here in this 2014 season, but none crazier than that. As of right now, it is a touchdown for CCSF, but the officials have gotten together right around the end zone to discuss exactly what the penalty was and what the ruling on the field will be.
Looks like they're pointing down the field.
Justin Allo was livid on the Mountie sideline. He could have sworn he got into the end zone.
Well, from our vantage point, it absolutely looked like he crossed the plane, making it obviously a touchdown. But the ball came loose after he went across the plane and fell down onto the pile. That obviously, once you break the plane, that's it. Dead play. We see one of the line judges picking up his flag that he threw. So we're getting an official call here.
If the play does spin, it is a touchdown for CCSF.
So it was a false start.
A false start penalty. We've seen that countless times at the junior college level this season. The play should always be blown dead on a false start. It wasn't again, and it comes back to bite the Mounties. Tavita Faiua with a 101-yard fumble scoop and score for CCSF. And with 5:58 left to go in the third quarter, the Rams are right back into this one.
Wow. I've never seen that. Like you said, false start penalty, the play should be called dead. Coach Jabs on the sideline really letting the referees know that it should have been a dead ball after that call. Unfortunately, San Francisco recovers that ball and, like you said, returns it for a 101-yard return off a fumble.
So Tavita Faiua, the 6'3 sophomore out of American Samoa.
That changes a lot.
Changes. That's a 14-point swing once again in the favor of CCSF. Antizana in to attempt the PAT for the Rams. And now a penalty marker will fly in. A false start against CCSF will back up the PAT 5 yards.
A false start that was blown dead.
Yeah. Where was that on the last play?
Not sure.
We saw it at the end of the first game against Riverside in the regular season for the Mounties this year on the play that ended it. The fourth interception thrown by Justin Allo in that one ended on a false start penalty, which should have been initiated before the play, but it happens again here. You'd think that something like that wouldn't happen in a state championship game. You'd think that you'd get the best officials that you can down on the field, but that's not the case, and it's just a 3-point Mountie lead at 20-17 with 5:58 left to go in the third quarter.
Whether or not that was the right call or the wrong call, it is what it is. It is 20-17, a 3-point game here in the state championship game at home. I would say if you're Mount Sac, this is an ideal situation for you to finish this game off, really hold yourself defensively, and just take care of the ball on the offensive side. Like we said, the ball is, that last play, the ball is supposed to be whistled dead. Instead, it's a loose ball for San Francisco. They capitalized, which they should have, and they did, getting another touchdown and cutting this lead down to 3 against the Mounties at home. You'll see how the Mount Sac Mounties respond here as they get the ball back.
So a 101-yard scoop and score for CCSF.
Plenty of time.
Gives the momentum right on back to the Rams. Let's see how the Mountie offense responds. And a couple of big plays for both of these teams here in the third quarter. Of course, the Aaron Vons punt return for a touchdown, and now a scoop and score of upwards of 100 yards.
Referees are discussing, I guess that penalty was...
There was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against CCSF after the touchdown, and that was enforced on the kickoff. So the Rams, instead of kicking off from the collegiate rule, the 35-yard line, they'll be kicking off from their own 20. So the Mounties, you'd think, would have some pretty good field position here to start.
Well, yeah, you see Aaron Vons and Simpson back there on deep in coverage. Those guys are pretty fast and light on their feet. They're pretty smart as far as utilizing their blocks and really providing some sort of spark here on special teams. We'll see if they can do that right now.
And Tizana to kick it off. It's a high end-over-end kick. Aaron Vons will get it from his own 36. Vons crosses the 40, gets to the far side of the field, across the 45-yard line, across midfield before he finally is down at the Rams' 49-yard line. The ball came loose at the end. CCSF is signaling that they have it. Will be the second time that the Mounties have fumbled here in the third quarter. Coach Jastrab, once again on the Mountie sideline, cannot believe it.
And it is San Francisco ball.
And it is CCSF football.
As Vons,
No, it's Mountie football. CCSF
celebrating
for no reason as the Mounties. Aaron Vons was down to the far side of the field.
I was going to say that might have been them in the butt as he was trying to spin off and get a few extra yards there. Thankfully, Aaron Vons was down on contact.
This has been a crazy last couple of minutes in the third quarter. You'd expect nothing less in a state championship game. Mounties will start at the CCSF 48. Play action, Allo under duress. He'll throw to the near side of the field. And he'll throw it out of bounds, incomplete. He was going for Christopher Gilchrist, 2nd and 10.
That's coverage there by the San Francisco defense as they made Allo, after that bootleg, after the fake and bootleg rollout to his left, he really had to dump off the ball a little bit earlier than he would have liked to, as Gilchrist was pretty much wide open, but just didn't have his feet set to throw the ball.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10. 2017 Mounties, 5:41 left to go, third quarter. The lone back, Omaris Tolbert. One tight end in the formation as well. It's Stephen Short, the sophomore. 3 wide set, 2 aligned to the near side. Allo will complete to the near side. Ryan Simpson, the sophomore, with a nice move inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line for a pickup of 6 yards on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. It's Simpson's second reception on the afternoon.
Nice sidestep there on Harris, I believe, who's back in the game. Nice to see Uriah Harris, who was injured earlier on in this game. But sidestepping Harris and producing a positive gain there close to the first down marker.
3rd down and 4 from Mount Sac at the CCSF 42. In motion is Simpson from the near side to the far side. Allo will complete. Tolbert out of the backfield inside the 35, inside the 30, and Omaris Tolbert is down to the CCSF 29 to move the chains for Mount Sac.
These guys hit pretty hard. I just saw that hit on Tolbert, and he pretty much stood him up.
Tolbert has taken his fair share of hard hits this season.
And he gives them, too. He runs with his helmet down and his arms, his shoulder down.
He's your prototypical smash mouth running back, if you will.
On that one, he kind of got lit up by the Rams there defensively. Nonetheless, provides a first down for the Mounties.
1st and 10 for Mount Sac at the 28. 2 back set. It's Nate Vay, the fullback, and the freshman Tony Gates. The snap is back. Allo to throw, and he throws it too high for Gates coming out of the backfield to get it. 2nd and 10. There is a penalty marker down to the far side of the field, so we'll await the call from our officiating crew that has been a little spotty here in the third quarter. Illegal formation against the Mounties, so we'll redo first down from the 33 of CCSF. 4:47 left to go, third quarter. 2017, the Mounties lead. Well, Ryan, we knew it wouldn't be easy, but CCSF, they've garnered some of that momentum here in the third after the big scoop and score. And the Mounties, although they are at the Ram 33-yard line right now, CCSF looking poised for another stop. 1st and 15 after the penalty. 2 wideouts to each side. Delayed handoff. This is Tony Gates, the freshman. who's taken down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That was Nehemiah Mitchell, the defensive end, 6'5", 270 pounds. Cut off that edge there. Really swallowing up Gates as he had really nowhere to go after he got that pass.
2nd and 15 for the Mounties. 2 split out to each side as far as wideouts go. The lone back, Omaris Tolbert. Allo to air it out near side of the field. Gilchrist inside the 25. Gilchrist inside the 20, and he'll dive forward very close to a Mountie first down at the CCSF 18-yard line, and they will move the chains. A fresh set of downs for Mount Sac.
It's his 5th reception in the game, Christopher Gilchrist. Just a viable target for Allo, standing at 6'6". Does a great job, again, spinning that defender off of his waist and getting those yak yards.
Boy, the Mounties going to miss Macon and Gilchrist in 2015. Allo going to go Gilchrist's way once again. Gilchrist inside the 15, and he'll be dragged out of bounds at the 14-yard line after a pickup of 3. Why not keep going his way? He's been so efficient when catching the football all season long.
And he's thrown it to his way, and right now he's off of the near side of the field after catching the ball and getting spun out of bounds.
Antoine Anderson into the game, the lone receiver to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. The lone back is the fullback, Nate Vay, the freshman. And now Gilchrist is being attended to by the Mount Sac medical staff to the near side of the field. So we will have a stoppage in play with 4:01 left to go in the third. 2017, the Mounties lead and are knocking on the door here perhaps. A 2nd and 6 for Mount Sac at the CCSF 13-yard line as Gilchrist able to come to his feet and walk to the Mountie sideline on his own power. 4 wide set for the Mounties on a 2nd and 6 from the CCSF 13. Design run, Allo inside the 10, and Allo will drag a convoy of Rams with him inside the 5 to the 4. It'll set up 1st and goal for Mount Sac.
I like the play call for Allo. I really like the play call. It's he's obviously comfortable running the ball and tucking it away. And inside the red zone, he just looks like he knows exactly when and where to run, proven to be so on that last carry.
1st and goal for Mount Sac. They have it at the CCSF 4-yard line. 2 wideouts split out to each side. Allo out of the gun. Another design run. Allo towards the goal line. Head of steam. He's in. Touchdown Mounties. Justin Allo with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 9th on the season. And the Mounties get the 7 points right on back.
And a big touchdown there by the Mounties as a lot of momentum was hanging with the San Francisco Rams because of that scoop and score just a few minutes ago. And the Mounties getting it right back here in the state championship game at home.
And all the Mounties had to do because of the penalty on CCSF after the touchdown celebration was drive 48 yards to get those 7 points back. Alberto Villarreal adds the PAT, and it's 27-17 Mount Sac with 3:24 left to go in the third quarter.
You look at how Allo got into the end zone again. We're looking at some stats here, and it's 15 offensive plays in the third quarter and 0 to Omaris Tolbert. He's catching those balls in the flat, but yes, uses them right up the middle in his power run game. He's had very, very little time doing so in the third quarter.
So Justin Allo, who we haven't seen much running the football on those design runs this season, into the end zone for the 2nd time in this one. And the Mounties get those crucial 7 points right on back and perhaps the momentum back in the home team's favor as well.
Yet again, this is another big stop here for the defense. If they can maintain here, maybe cause a turnover or force a 3 and out quickly, there's still time to get the ball back here in the third quarter.
Thomas Buntimba along with Jermaine Berry back to get this kick. It's a squib kick. Picking it up at the 18-yard line across the 20 to the 22 is Cole Hikutini on special teams, and that's where the Ram offense will start with 3:20 left to go in the third.